Nick Tandy has set a record that goes down into the history books. The British driver's recent win at the 2025 Rolex 24 Daytona allowed him to make history, becoming the first driver ever to win all the major 24-hour endurance races. So in this video, I'll explain how Nick did this, and exactly what this record entails. Many drivers in history have been able to take success at some of the biggest sports car endurance races across the world. We look to drivers like Tom Christensen, Jackie Ickx, or Hurley Haywood for example. But never before has any driver been able to win all four of the big 24-hour endurance races, which includes the 24 Hours of Le Mans, the Rolex 24 Daytona, the Nürburgring 24-hour, and finally the CrowdStrike 24 Hours of Spa. Until of course Nick was able to in 2025. The driver that was closest to doing this was Mike Rockenfeller, who won his home event of the 24 Hours of Nürburgring in 2006 for Porsche. Then he won the Rolex 24 Daytona in 2010, driving a Riley Daytona prototype for Action Express Racing. And later on in the same year, he won the 24 Hours of Le Mans with Audi. Although he has yet to take overall victory at Spa, but he did claim the GT2 class win in 2005 for Porsche, and finished 7th overall. When talking about this achievement, Nick Tandy mentioned that, quote, "It's just dream stuff."
I mean, it's one of the biggest sporting events in the world, and we've just come out victorious. You know, I had a chance here to win before in class, but the overall is something different, and it's something that, you know, I've been wanting to try for a long time. But yeah, to win all the four major 24-hour outright is, you know, one would be incredible, but all four.
Born in Bedford, England in 1984, Nick Tandy started his racing journey in mini-stocks racing at 11 years old, and soon climbed the junior category ladder. In 2009, he started racing Porsche cars in the Porsche Super Cup series, and eventually became a works driver in 2013 for the German manufacturer, and competed in many sports car racing events. And all of his wins in 24-hour races, I'll mention, came with him driving a Porsche car. Out of the four big 24-hour endurance races he has won, Nick Tandy first secured victory at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Tandy entered as one of the three drivers in the number 19 Porsche 919 for the 2015 Le Mans event, and his teammates were Earl Bamber and F1 driver Nico Hülkenberg. The white and gray number 19 Porsche was always supposed to be the rookie car, and the third LMP1 entry for the Porsche Works team, as it would back up the red and white number 17 Porsche and the black and white number 18 car. Nevertheless though, the car and its drivers, including Tandy, performed very well and capitalized on the issues for the other Porsches, and eventually beat the competitive Audi R18s as well, which eventually allowed Tandy and his co-drivers to take an amazing overall victory at Le Mans, which therefore gave Porsche their first outright win since 1998. 2015 in general was a very successful year for Nick Tandy, as he would also go on to win the IMSA season finale of Motul Petit Le Mans, with the Porsche 911 RSR GTLM entry. Nick Tandy then went on to win the 24 Hours of Nürburgring overall in 2018, when he drove the Manthey Racing Grello Porsche alongside his teammates Richard Lietz, Frederick Makovicky, and Patrick Pilet, and they took Porsche's 12th victory at the famous German endurance race. And 2 years later, in 2020, Nick Tandy achieved his first win of the 24 Hours of Spa, as he and his teammates Laurens Vanthoor and Earl Bamber took victory in the number 98 Rove Porsche 911 GT3R, and that car won at Spa by just over 4 seconds to the number 66 Audi R8 LMS. And later on in that same year, Tandy secured another fantastic achievement, where he won his third in-class victory at the 12 Hours of Sebring event, where he finished first in the GTLM category, driving the factory Porsche entry. And of course, most recently in 2025, Nick Tandy achieved overall victory at the Rolex 24 at Daytona for the very first time, as he drove the number 7 Porsche Penske 963 alongside his teammates Felipe Nasr and Laurens Vanthoor, which allowed Porsche to win their 20th overall victory at Daytona. And by the way, if you want to know more about how Porsche Penske won again at Daytona, make sure to check out this latest video, which I'll put a link to in the top right corner. So what do you think about Nick Tandy's accomplishment, as he is now named the only racer in history to win all of the big endurance races, including Le Mans, Daytona, Nürburgring, and Spa? Well, of course, let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. If you like endurance racing, definitely subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, because I'm releasing videos on a weekly basis regarding the WEC, IMSA, Intercontinental GT, and much more. To watch more content now, check out these suggested videos I've put on screen. For now though, that's all from me. Thanks for watching.